Oh, chicken. Oh, come here, dude. Oh, dear, you're having a bad day. Somebody's having a bad day.
Why are there no rubber chicken launchers on the internet? I don't know. There is now. I am Major Havoc and this is my rubber chicken launcher build video.
In this build we're going to be using some PVC pressure pipe and fittings. I have two different sizes of pressure pipe, 7mm wall thickness and a 3.5mm wall thickness. The thicker one is rated at 16 bar, we're going to use that for the air combustion chamber. And the thinner one, only rated at 10 bar, we'll use for the barrel. We're going to need a bunch of different fittings. This is a cap end and we're going to glue that directly onto the back of the air combustion chamber. And here's where we're going to make in our air fittings. We have a few different options. If you want to charge this up from a bike pump, then you might want to fit a little Schrader valve in there. In the video today we're going to be using this non-return air valve so we can charge it directly from our compressor. We're also going to need a bunch of different reducing fittings. We want to get from 32mm to 90mm. The main part in this build video is this solenoid. This is a 1-inch indirect 16 bar solenoid. We also have a couple of 1-inch thread PVC fittings that screw into the valve, which is going to make this project really easy. We need some solvent weld pipe glue. So I have two pieces of FR4 epoxy sheet. I have a 5mm and a 3.5mm. These are really good for cutting and shaping and making little bits and pieces. So we're going to be using them a little bit later on. And of course we need a rubber chicken. This is my kamikaze chicken from a previous video. And he squeezes just nicely into that 90mm barrel. And we are good to go. I'm going to start by preparing the plastic, filing down the burrs, and then we're going to glue it all together. So now we need a 12-volt coil. That's going to sit right on top of the solenoid. I'm just going to use this old LiPo battery I found. I got this little buzzer. It's going to be a little safety feature. I've got a safety switch, some thin silicone wire, and this is a little handle that I cut off an old Nerf gun. We're going to be using that as well. So I've marked all the shapes on the epoxy sheet. We're going to cut those. Also got some thin plastic pipe. The next step is to cut all these to size.
Twenty minutes later.
This is the trigger. This is a little bit of epoxy plastic sheet that I've cut and shaped for the handle. And I put a little micro switch on there. It fits just nice and snug in the handle. Put the trigger on and pull the trigger back. It flicks the micro switch.
Many chickens later.
chronograph was completely destroyed. Earlier that day, however, we tested this Nerf gun at 14.8 meters per second. Over the same distance, we counted the individual frames of the camera and calculated the chicken speed at 29.6 meters per second.
What happened there? Oh no! Oh no!
5 minutes later.
I am invincible.
Is that what we got?
So I reckon 5.
Not bad, the chicken launcher really packs a punch. In fact, from all that testing, we were able to calculate the combined impact force of the chicken at 3.9 kilojoules of energy. And that's somewhere comparable to an anti-Joshua punch. Not bad considering that we only ran this at half its design pressure. Unfortunately, it just wasn't safe enough to run it any more than 8 bar of pressure. In the altitude test, as you can see here, we did run it at 9 bar of pressure, but we started to get a leak at the back on the air valve. So we call it a day for now, but we do have some upgrades in mind, which we're going to launch in a new video, the Mark II chicken launcher. So if you want to see more rubber chicken action, don't forget to look out for that video coming soon. In the meantime, don't forget to check out my social media pages. We have lots of good content on there of upcoming videos that are coming soon, projects that we're building now and ones in the future, and also behind the scenes access to what it takes to make a creation and bring it to life on YouTube. This is a brand new YouTube channel, so who's going to be the first person to subscribe to my channel? In fact, if you are the first person to subscribe, please leave your name and the country where you live in the comments for this video so I can give you a massive shout out in the next one. I really appreciate your support. So until then, I'll see you in the next video.